You know what I find in all the years I've been in practice, and I've been in practice for 20 years, I find that most people, they know how to maybe get healthy, but staying healthy is another thing, isn't it? And so we need to not only get healthy, but stay healthy. And, I had the opportunity for the last 20 years to do so many outside talks and speak to so many different groups of people. And I find that when I go into different places that there are people that know a portion of health, but they don't know the whole picture of how to put things together. And we always start by saying the spine is the fundamental foundation for all health and healing. But there are, and I want you to write these down or remember these, there are other factors you need to become aware of. And one of those main factors is a component we call chemistry. And chemistry has to do with the foods we eat. It has to do with the supplements or nutrition that we take. It has to do with the toxins that we're exposed to in the food, air, and water supply. And it has to do with hydration or other drinks that we may put in our body, including sodas and teas and all this kind of stuff that's really not that good for you. And so what I want you to become aware of is that there are certain foods that are useful and beneficial in health and healing, and there are certain foods that are detrimental. And oftentimes, in order to break it down, whether a food is good for you or not good for you, I say that you have to think of two components. Number one, you have to think about whether the food you're eating is giving your body energy, or does your body need energy to break it down? So, the foods that give your body energy are vegetables primarily, some fruits, and nuts and seeds. Why? Because they contain energy. So if you take in a vegetable that has energy, like, we say the best way to take in vegetables is green juices. Like you juice kale and spinach and broccoli and cucumber, and then you drink it, it's going to give your body energy. And when your body has more energy, it can heal better. It has more energy, you can do more with it. So there are green juices is a great thing to take in on a daily basis. Plus, the thing about the juices is that they contain inside of them certain minerals and certain vitamins that are good for your body as well. But the key is that it gives my body energy. Okay, now, what kind of foods are going to make me tired? This is how you always know what kind of foods make you tired or not. If you eat food and then you get tired after. Right? Let me give you an example. Like anytime we overeat like a Thanksgiving meal and we have a big meal and then we're like, oh, we're ready to go to sleep. That's not giving your body energy. That's depleting energy. So meats tend to cause your body to be depleted. However, that being said, some of you need good fats and need protein in your diet. And when your body doesn't have it, you'll feel depleted. And you need to know that about yourself. You need to know whether or not when you have protein, a protein could be fish. For those of you that eat meat or animal protein, you may need that. However, I want you to know that the key is really to cut out one main group of foods. Anybody know what it is? Carbohydrates. You got it. Absolutely right. See, a lot of times I ask people if they have sugar in their diet, and they say, no, I don't eat any sugar, and then you find out they have rice. And see, what they don't know is that the rice they're eating, or the pasta you're eating, or the bread you're eating in your body breaks down to sugar. So it is sugar. It doesn't look like sugar. Rice don't look like sugar, right? If you say, hey, are you having sugar? They say, no, I just have rice. So what's the problem with carbohydrates? We're going to tell you right now. The biggest problem with carbohydrates is that when your body breaks it down in the cell, it creates inflammation. You know how many people take anti-inflammatories? Advil, Tylenol, aspirin, Celebrex, prednisone. You know how many diseases have inflammation related to it? Let me give you an example. That's why they got all those itises. You ever hear somebody say, I got colitis, I got bronchitis, I got hepatitis, I got nephritis, I got arthritis. What does the word itis mean? Inflamed. So what are they telling you? They're telling you the part of their body that's inflamed. Nobody's telling them why it's inflamed. So you see, if somebody tells me their knees are inflamed, I say, okay, first thing we got to do is get power flow in there, and that'll start bringing life, and when there's more life, there's less inflammation. But what if that person's eating pasta, bread, rice, potatoes all day? And then somebody tells them about turmeric, So they take this little tablet, right, of an anti-inflammatory, and they got like a big bowl of pasta, and I'll just take the turmeric. No, it doesn't work that way. The father of modern medicine, his name was Hippocrates. You know what he said? Let your food be your medicine.